I'm really proud of my current work that I've been making the last 4 years. It started with Biome, which was sort of funded by the Arts Council and supported by a company called Junction Arts, which is based in Derbyshire. And we made similar sculptures to this, sort of flower-based spherical sculptures that illuminated and had a soundscape that you could alter with various kind of electronic devices placed around them, and then so the audience could really play with them, and it evolved and it grew with the piece. It was really exciting. It was really nice. Really based at Bolsover Castle, and I was really proud. And that really inspired me to carry on and continue making the rest of the pieces from Night Bloom to this current sort of work. Diversity, I think you have to be quite flexible as a creative. If I was just to make, it would be quite a lot of pressure, but I find that takes the pressure off by running the studio. I bring an extra source of income in, I have company, I create a creative community, which is really important, so you don't feel isolated. I also do participation workshops with various different companies, so I do large sort of scale sort of puppets for like Chinese New Year, and that's really social, it's really exciting. You're making on a different scale than what I'm making here, sort of really larger pieces, and then I can come and concentrate solely on my own work. I came to Derby from Northamptonshire, gosh, 14 years ago, to do Derby University, go to Derby University and do an applied arts course. And that was very sustainable, although looking at new technologies and how to environmental issues. And it was a very rare course, so maybe 1 in 3 in the country at the time. I finished that course and I specialised in ceramics. And then I found that the atmosphere in Derby was really supportive. There was lots of funding going around, so I managed to get a studio at Banks's Mill. And that was a sort of a breakthrough. I had my own space. I had other creatives. I learned how to I learned how to build my business up and exhibit from there. And I've just stayed on since. There's lots of little pockets of creatives that kind of maybe under the surface rippling around in Derby, and also you've got people like Paul Cummings who've done the Big Seas of Red recently, a huge installation of art, which is, you know, I think really seminal for Britain as a whole and for Derbyshire and the north of England. So we've taken away from London galleries and London centric ideology, taken to, you know, we as a nation, I think we're one of the fastest growing sectors in business is the creative industries, and I see it all the time. I see lots of people doing really well. The Peak District, if you're taking it down to the roots, a lot of my work is based on natural forms. So I love all the Peak District. I go rambling around everywhere, and it's only after university that I started that, actually. I wish I started it sooner. But there's some landscape you can find here that kind of rival anything in the world. My ideal project or dream project next would be to create a large installation of my sculptures that illuminated up and created a lovely relaxing environment for maybe one of the innovative companies such as Rolls-Royce and others that are based in Derby itself. With my work, I like to explore new technologies, mixing with traditional materials, and I think that that works quite nicely with the businesses that are based here, and we're renowned for technology and entrepreneurship in Derby itself. The Noire event, when I first heard about it from Philomena, I was quite excited. It's a really unusual event for an artist like myself to be part of. It's a new avenue for us to exhibit our work, and also, like you say, a mixed business, mixed corporate and art together. And I think it's quite exciting. I think it sounds like it'll be a very successful pilot that will lead on, hopefully, on to other avenues for ourselves as artists and other artists, and build up and hopefully have bigger and better events in the future.